Hello Warframe, this is Jaden's Videos, and I know I'm starting not in the haunt today, but today is Nightmare House 2020, the Experiments Haunt Build Day 17. Today's October 30th, Friday, October 30th, though you guys will be seeing this on Halloween, so happy Halloween. But for me, when I'm filming this, it's October 30th, the day before Halloween. The haunt is going to be completed today, except for maybe a couple little things, but it's the day before Halloween. Let's get going. I'm excited. It's 11 a.m. This is the earliest I've started building this year because I may be skipping out on my school class. I have to. Halloween's tomorrow. I don't have time for that shenanigans. Let's get to work on the haunt and let's get it done. Obviously, since today's the day before Halloween, a lot has already been done, and it's earlier than when we usually start working for the day, the rest of this season so far. But yeah, the greenhouse is almost done, other than lighting and the plant. But I got that there, and then I put some dirt falling out of it. Right here we've got maid-eating plants on the ground there. I got quite a few vines climbing up the fence and stuff. And then I got this table made here, and it's got some vines, got some scissors, and then it's got some plants on it. So you got that plant, and then you got this one, and lastly this one, and more vines. The roof was fixed, that was put back on, hopefully it stays on. And then we've got, this is where the plant's gonna go. I actually decided to do this today. I thought this would look pretty cool. He's gonna be, it's gonna look like he broke out of a pot. So that's the base. Yeah, I think that'll be pretty cool. I think it'll create for a cool effect. Looking like he broke out of the pot there. So I just smashed up a flower pot for that, and I think it looks pretty cool. Greenhouse, definitely not gonna be one of my favorite scenes, but I like it. Gonna head on over here, show you all the stuff that's been done over here. Go through here and go under here. I'm not going to turn anything on right now, I'll do that later. But Boogeyman was put on the fence here, which I really like. I have him clinging to it and he's zip tied so he won't go anywhere. And then I have one of his arms coming out of the fence, kind of reaching out, which I think will look pretty cool. Scare a lot of people probably. But I do like this because it's definitely going to look like he's being electrocuted with his things there. We've got Nightcrawler here. He's right up next to the fence, so he's definitely going to scare a lot of people. And I actually have him hooked up to an external speaker because it makes him have a good bass. So his guttural sounds are very bassy, which I really like. And then right down there we have a floodlight. That's going to be purple shining at him. Then I have a green light going to be shining at Boogeyman that I'm hoping will hit the nurse a little bit too. I also put one of those green lights up here. So hopefully that'll make Jumping Bug more visible, because if you remember I was talking about when I first started the insect room, I was talking about how Jumping Bug wasn't very visible. So hopefully that'll do the trick for that. Over here we've got Convulsing Nurse chained to this thing here. She is not one of the experiments, but since Boogeyman and Nightcrawler are two experiments that are in here, Convulsing Nurse is kind of the food for, I don't know so much about Boogeyman, but she's the victim tied up for the food for Nightcrawler, so I think that is pretty cool. Then we have the zombie scene almost done other than lighting. This scene, it doesn't have any detail, really, it's just props, but I think it'll work. It's just pretty much a long hallway with zombies. I don't think it needs much detail, but we've got Punctured Pete. He's hooked up to external speakers. Now the reason I did external speakers on Punctured Pete and Nightcrawler is because their speakers, when you leave CCL props, I noticed with Punctured Pete and Nightcrawler, they both have this issue. I never knew it, but I don't know any others that do it, but they do it. When you leave them plugged in for too long, the speaker starts to have a little fuzzy noise, and then it breaks the speaker, and the speaker blows out. So Punctured Pete was not that loud anymore, and Nightcrawler was just a teeny bit quieter, I think. But you could still hear him well, but I think I really wanted the bassy sound on him anyways, so I liked that. But Punctured Pete as an external speaker, he's pretty loud now, but yeah, he's right there. Then you got Hazmat right here. Good old Hazmat zombie. And then Grave Grabber Corpse, going to be a static because he's completely broken. I'm sure you guys know this from previous years. I've talked about it, but yeah, his head's off, that arm's off. So yeah, I've used him as a static for quite a few years whenever I have a use for him. And he's very versatile. He's a very versatile prop. So I use him about every year. Like last year, even though it was a farm theme, I used him because he worked good in the pumpkin patch because he kind of looks like he's covered in vines. This year, I think he definitely works well for a laboratory because he's a zombie and he's got, he looks like he has kind of toxic waste on him in a way because of how green he is. I think he definitely works well, so he's a static. And then Smoldering Zombie as a static, simply because I don't think the smoldering effect really works too well for a laboratory. So I'd rather just have him as a static zombie at the end of the path here. And yes, he is missing one of his arms because I don't know where it is, so. I think what I'm going to do next is bring out Miss Mercy. Then we're going to fix Area 31 capsule because that fell over, which sucks. We're going to fix that, and then I'm thinking, oh geez, I don't know what I'm going to do after that. I'm thinking we'll get the UFO set up because the UFO still needs to be set up. And then after that, probably just hook up the last bit of lighting, though I won't be able to see what it looks like yet. I might as well put it in its spot, and I make changes where need be tonight. But get all that set up and then hopefully get the speakers and fog machines hooked up, and then we're basically done. Actually no, because I still have to hang the diagrams, but my mom still has to make a couple diagrams. There still needs to be the containment unit sign, all of that good stuff placed around, but can't do any of that until my mom comes home because she's got to make the rest of the diagrams and signs. And then we need to make the top of the facade and actually put the facade in its place, which also, I'm gonna, as much as I hate scene setters, I'm just gonna put scene setters on the back here because it'll be easiest, and no one's really gonna look at that anyways, but I just want the back covered up just in case someone turns around so they don't see R-Tech insulation foam. Which I think, it doesn't, I'm using scene setters because it's easy, but the thing is, they, though I don't like using scene setters, no one's even probably going to notice that. I just want the back covered just in case, but it's highly unlikely someone's going to turn around and see the back of the facade in the first place, so it doesn't really matter that I'll put scene setters on there because the scene setters are just going to go on there just in case. But I really like, this is definitely one of my favorite parts of the haunt so far, which I didn't expect. I didn't expect the high voltage electric fence to be one of my favorite parts of the haunt, but it really is. I like it a lot. It's cool. I really, really like this part. I think it's creepy, and though it's got 3 props in it, so it feels a little bit crowded. There's one on each side, so they're not like all right next to each other. You see Convulsing Nurse when you're on this side, then you see Nightcrawler when you're on that side, or when you're in front of it, and then when you're walking into the containment unit, you have Boogeyman reaching out at you. So that's cool. Now what I'm hoping is that people won't go the long way around and like come over here to stay away from the cage. I'm really hoping people will go right up next to it so Nightcrawler scares them, but we'll see how that works. But I do love Nightcrawler outside because I love how his hair and creepy cloth blow in the wind. I think it looks really cool. I like that a lot. Alright, so let me show you what I've done. I don't even know if I showed you when I put Miss Mercy here, but Miss Mercy is here, and basically she's got her nitrous oxide canister to show that she's Maria. So that's pretty cool. And then you've got this lit up at night. I really like it. Plasma ball I moved over there because you couldn't really see it past the glow of that. So I moved the alien head. I switched the alien head and plasma ball. Let's see, what else is new? Oh, Area 31 capsule fell earlier. I don't know if I told you guys that, but what I did, and this is good advice for those of you who have Area 31 capsule and he's always getting messed up. I zip tied it. This is honestly the best thing I've ever decided to do with Area 31 capsule to fix it. I just zip tied it, and though it doesn't look perfect, it stays together and I can't see it falling apart once it's zip tied. So that's good. Let's head on over here. I hope he doesn't go off. He's gonna go off. Yeah, there he goes. Whatever. At night, look at how fantastic Nightcrawler looks with the light, though I may move the light more in front of him. It looks blue on camera, but it's purple. This right here, my dad put these lights around the sign, the high voltage sign. I think that looks pretty cool. Definitely looks like warning lights. Here is the small UFO crashed into the roof up there. Look at that. It's hard to see in the dark, but dang, that's pretty freaking cool. I like that a lot. I really like that. And it is at a slant, so it looks crashed, which I really like. The containment unit sign is hung. Don't know how I'm going to illuminate it yet. I could screw a light into there, but I don't know what color I want to do. Gonna head on over here. Show you the zombie scene at night with the light. And nothing's really, none of the animatronics are really turned on right now because nighttime, so I don't want to wake people up. But yeah, zombie scene at night. Decided we're only gonna do those two gears, and one of them's not gonna be fixed because we're running short on time. Oh, speaker, steampunk lab speaker. There's the bass right there. Also, I put the mildew fog set in here. It smells absolutely atrocious, which I love. So you've got the bass, then you got the speaker itself up there, which is not very noticeable, which is great. Let's see. I'm not going to do a cage for the cat because we don't have chicken wire and we don't have time to get any. Here's the facade, not entirely secured yet, but it's getting there, as you can see. That one's on the ground. There does need to be a scene setter that goes from here to here because it's an open spot that I can't have open, so but that's not a big deal. And then up there is the tower, which is not secured yet, but it's there. And look at this. This is the lightning rod. I love that so much. It's got a flickering light on there. That's a TV antenna just cut to make it look more like a lightning rod. I love that. It definitely draws a lot of attention to the house too, which is great. Let's go around this way. Oh, there's the Headless Horseman. Obviously, he's not going in the haunt, but he was right behind where the facade is, and I know I wouldn't be able to get to him. If I kept him there, I wouldn't be able to get to him tomorrow because he's going in the front yard. So he's just out here right now, just until tomorrow when I put him in the front yard. Because I don't want to put any of the stuff in the front yard until tomorrow because I don't want it to get ruined or stolen or whatever. But UFO was fixed, though it's not set up entirely yet. Doesn't have the dome on it or anything. That will only take a moment to do, though, so we're not really worried about that yet. It's probably the last thing we're going to do tonight. I absolutely love how that looks from here. Sadly, people don't walk through here. Hopefully, they'll be able to see it from over here, because it looks pretty cool from a distance. Yeah, if you turn around, you can see it from here. I also love the purple in the trees. I think that looks nice. So you go over here. I do have this light set up, though. I'm going to reposition it because it's on the ground now, and it's not as easy to see stuff. But I do have this light. Did I even show any of the? Yeah, I showed this stuff, I believe. But I do have this floodlight for the lab greenhouse. Also, there's a lab greenhouse sign that was done. I just need to find it. It's somewhere in the yard. There's a plant. It's not too great, but it'll do. With short amount of time, it'll do. Let me shine a light on him. I'm going to get him in this spot in just a moment. Just bear with me here. It's not that good, but it'll do. I think it'll look good in the dark. It's definitely better than my original version was, because mine looked like a cardboard box. Alright, there we go. There's the lab greenhouse sign. Greenhouse lab, whatever. That needs to be hung right before the entrance of that scene. I also need one that's probably... I think I'm going to need one that's pointing towards it. Unless I just use this one as the one that's pointing towards it and add an arrow. That might actually be a better decision, because that's one less one that I have to make, because I don't even know. Let me see this here. Let me test something. I don't even know if I'll be able to attach it to the roof here and have it stay how I want it. So it might be best, because this is obviously the greenhouse lab. I mean, it's undeniable what this is supposed to be. If there's going to be a sign right here pointing to it, so that might actually be what I do, is just put an arrow on that sign and have that be that sign, because that's one less sign that needs to be made too, which is a good thing. It's only about 9:30 p.m., so we still got time. We usually don't, the night before Halloween, we usually don't stop working until like 12 a.m. because it's not like I would go to school the next day anyways, but especially since this year it's on a Saturday. We still got a lot of time to got a couple hours to do stuff for tonight, so I'm pretty sure most of the haunt will be done today. Not all of it, though. I know not all of it will be done. I'm sure there will be some diagrams, some signs that won't be hung up yet. I'm sure there will be little things here and there that aren't up, but all the props are going to be up. All the major things are going to be up. It's coming along. It's nearing completion, which is great. Now I do have, I don't know if I have the fog machine plugged in right now, but I do have the remote next to it, so I'm going to check just so I can show you the fog machine. Yeah, it's not plugged in right now, but I have the remote for it. And I mixed the fog fluid for the hospital one, so I should be doing that in just a moment. I should be putting that in that fog machine. Just checking stuff here. Yeah, I think the cat still looks good here. It's whatever. I might put him somewhere else, though, since he's not in a cage. I don't know yet. But, yeah, this is basically it for the steampunk lab, except for the diagrams that need to be hung, which is exciting. Because I do have the speaker up now. I have the fog machine up. We're getting near completion here, ladies and gentlemen. Which is exciting. But we are not done yet. So what still needs to be done, I think I'm done with the electric fence section, other than maybe repositioning Nightcrawler's light, just because I feel like that might be better. And the reason they're not going off is because I used multi-prop remotes on a lot of these, so that's why a lot of them aren't going off. But I repositioned his light. No, I didn't do it. I put a multi-prop remote on him. What am I saying? What I might do with this scene is I might actually put a light specifically on the nurse and Boogeyman, because it's kind of hard to see them. So if repositioning the light doesn't make it easier to see them, then I'll probably wind up doing that. But what else do I need to do? That laboratory tower needs to be secured. The laboratory walls need to be finished because they need scene setters on the backside. So like I said, I prefer the carved walls, of course. I decided to not use scene setters this year, but for that I don't think it'll matter because no one's really even going to notice it anyways, because all I care about is having that covered up, so it doesn't really matter if it's a scene setter. I don't really give a crap about that. But what else needs to be done is, well, tomorrow, I'm not bringing out the computers that are going to be playing the audio until tomorrow, so I don't have to worry about that today. But what else needs to be done is fog machine needs to be put over there. Fog machine needs to be put in containment unit. Containment unit needs to get the lighting done, so black light. Then the speakers need to be put in the containment unit so they're ready. I don't know why crowd chamber hasn't been going off, but that's alright. Probably a green light in here so that it'll shine on them. I was going to use a green light bulb, but it was just way too bright that I don't want to do that. He's working fine, which is good. He started moving earlier. I just turned him off. This wall needs to be put up, and then that wall right next to it. Diagrams need to be hung. Plant needs to be put in his spot, which I'll do in just a moment. We are almost done, though. The haunt is nearing completion here. Obviously, the containment unit isn't looking so great right now, but that's simply because the lights are not on it, and there's still stuff laying all over the floor in it. But in just a moment, containment unit will start to take more shape in just a couple moments, so that's good. So I actually, next thing I'm probably going to do after the plant is probably hang this. This is the light that's going to go in this scene. This is a really nice black light I ordered on Amazon, so that's what's going to go in here. Then I'm going to have to mix the hospital scent, or I'm going to have to put it in the fog machine, get that set, see if that fog machine's working. Probably going to put the fog machine in Area 31 capsule, but I might not. I actually might just put the fog machine just somewhere in the room, though I think putting it in Area 31 capsule might be the best decision. I'm not sure if I will, because it only will seep out the top, and I don't know. I want more fog to come through than that. I might actually just put it right there, because I feel like that might actually be a good idea and a good spot to put it. But I also kind of am contemplating just putting it back here, because if I put it back here, it'll go through the whole scene. Whereas if I put it here, it will eventually reach the other scene, but it won't blow into the other scene. It'll just kind of seep its way through after a couple minutes. I think having it back here would be best, because it'll just blow all the way down here. So we'll figure out what I'm going to do with that, though. But progress is looking good. Well, toe tag decided it would be fun to stop working. That really sucks. But we got Area 31 capsule on, but this makes me so upset. I don't know if it's something I can fix or what the deal is. He won't go back down. Oh, dang, he was caught. Okay, I think he's fine. Oh, geez, are you fine? Are you fine? I might need to unplug and plug back in. Oh, there we go. Good. I'm so happy. That better have been the only issue, and he better work now. And he better not get caught again. Let's see how it goes. Oh, geez, he's not even going off now. Whatever, we'll deal with him in a moment. For now, I gotta see if Area 31 capsule creates enough light. Oh, not really. I expected him to create more light than that, but that's fine. I will find a solution. But there he is. Hopefully toe tag's gonna work. Hopefully he didn't kill himself. Let me unscrew these, see what the lighting's like. Ah, that one was hot. Oh, that light was hot. I need to not touch that one. Okay, I just turned them off. Yeah, I might need another light over here. I don't know. I thought Area 31 capsule would create more light than that. He's not doing much lighting-wise. Dang. So we'll just have to see if I can. The over here is doing pretty good. You know, that black light. No, I'm not gonna do it. I was gonna say that black light can go in this room. I'm not gonna do that. No, I won't do that. I bought that black light specifically for that room. But okay, he's working again. Let's hope he doesn't get caught again. That'd be bad. How's he look from the side? He looks fine. I just need some kind of light in here. Oh, going out of focus. I need some kind of light in here. I will get something. I will figure something out. What I had to do was remove one of my outside cemetery lights, so now I only have one, but sacrifices do have to be made in the name of science. So that's just how it's gonna go. Now this is gonna be dimmed, so it's not gonna be this bright. It will be dimmed quite a bit. But I don't even know if I'm gonna do this color. I might do green. I'm not entirely sure. But I do like how it makes toe tagged glow. We're gonna see what green looks like on it. I got the light as blue right now, though green looks good too, so I'm like torn. Green looks pretty good too, especially since this is the alien room. However, I think I'm gonna settle with blue because of the fact that Area 31 capsule has a green light in him, so green on green won't look good. Though blue, I think, will contrast good with his green when he's lit up. So I think I'm gonna do blue. I like blue quite a bit on this. So here we have the greenhouse lab direction sign with the light on it. Then the greenhouse lab, I think I showed the light before, but I made it pulsate, so I think that makes it creepier. I also added a little plant there that you can't see, but I think this definitely makes it a lot creepier when it pulsates like this. I like that a lot. We're almost done for the night. It's past 12 a.m., so it's Halloween now. We're almost done. We just need to get all the lighting done before tomorrow because, you know, you can't see what the lighting's like before you open when in the day. So we have the the electrical room is almost done, other than this few things I need to hang in here. But we've got Eddie. He was already there, but I put the strobe there so it shines more on him. I really like Eddie's strobe. Eddie has a nice strobe. I think I already showed this whole blue deal in here. Got more lights in the insect room. I think it's good. It's very dimly lit, but I like that. UFO is basically completed, other than the fact that there needs to be lights around this here. It was just taken off because it needed to be repainted because I kind of screwed it up with some spray paint. But other than that, I like the UFO. It's not exactly what I pictured, but I do like it a lot. It still looks like a UFO, and I like it. So once the lights are around the rim there, you'll definitely see it. Also, when alien death is put out front here, you'll definitely be able to tell that it's a crashed UFO, but I do like that. I think that's a pretty cool scene right there. Obviously you got all this. I don't know if I showed this yet, but great lighting on the electric fence. I don't know if I showed it yet. Containment unit sign. I turned some stuff off over here, but my dad, I think, just hung the black light in the experiment room, so I'm gonna go see what that looks like if he did that. And no, okay, it hasn't been plugged in yet, so I'm gonna plug that in just a moment. That is a fantastic black light. Illuminates everything over here, and it's not even shining on it. And then you've got this whole side of the room looks fantastic under it. Even the wall is well illuminated. I mean, this is a fantastic, fantastic black light. I like it a lot. This is great. Illuminates this room very nicely. Gives it a very creepy atmosphere, which I love. Absolutely love it. And then, last thing well, lighting's done. So the last thing I'm going to do today is bring out Alien Death just to see if I'm happy with the lighting over here and how it's going to illuminate him. And if I am, then I'm done for the night and no more work is going to be done until tomorrow. And so I just want to bring that out and we'll see what happens. We'll see how much I love it. Okay, so for this it was either an option between blue, which is alright, green, which doesn't look like any difference because the green light's on the ship, or purple, which I wasn't a big fan of, or red. We chose red because it looks like the ship's on fire, especially when the fog will be rolling. Now let me go back here, show you what that's like. I mean, you can really see. It looks like the ship is on fire here, which I'm a big fan of. I like that a lot. I don't know if I'm going to stick with this. I'm kind of torn, but I really do like the idea of it being on, like, it looks like it's on fire. The camera brightens it up too much. It's really dim in real life. I love it. Alright, so we settled with red, because with the fog, it looks great. Now what I need to say is I need to talk real quick before I end this haunt build. You can't see me, but you'll be able to see me in just a moment. Gonna need to talk real quick before I end this because this is the last haunt build of the season, so I would feel wrong leaving you guys hanging. Where's the switch? Bam. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you from the bottom of my heart for attending the Nightmare House 2020 The Experiments haunt build videos. It is past 12 a.m. now, so it's Halloween. I need to get to sleep so I can wake up early tomorrow because I still got a lot of work to do on the haunt and in the front yard. But wow, what an amazing season this has been for so many reasons. For me personally, for Spirit, for the haunt. It's crazy to think that we're here, ladies and gentlemen. We are here. It is Halloween. It is All Hallows Eve. You guys will see this during the day on Halloween, so I'm going to tell you, make the most of it. Lasts one night only, but we wait the whole year for it. And that one night is worth it. That one night is worth an entire year's wait because it's such an amazing night where we can be ourselves, we can show our creativity, we can go with our passion, and it's just such an amazing, amazing time. And I could not have done any of this without you guys. I mean, I still would have done a haunt, but I doubt my haunts would be anywhere near as good as they are without you guys, because you guys give me so much advice. The things you like give me more ideas. Just this haunt is very much so thanks to you guys, but I also want to thank God, of course, because I am a Christian. I have to thank God for this haunt. He always makes sure it runs smoothly, and I do believe that tomorrow he will make sure it does the same with many, many guests. I'm not worried about how many people we'll have anymore, because I know this is in God's hands and everything will go great. I'm a little bit still nervous about all the work that still needs to be done. Those diagrams need to be hung. A few fog machines still need to be hooked up. Some speakers still need to be hooked up, but I know it'll all get done on time, God willing. Ladies and gentlemen, Halloween 2020 is here. I know it felt like it would never get here because this year is just insane with the virus. I feel like a lot of us might have even thought, well, most of us thought, we're not having Halloween this year, but it came. It's here. And I want to thank every single one of you from the bottom of my heart for making this an amazing season. And I cannot wait for Halloween night. For you guys tonight. For me tomorrow. What an amazing thought that Halloween is here. It came just the same. Just like the Grinch says in How the Grinch Stole Christmas. It came just the same. I mean, he stole away their Christmas presents. He changed the whole holiday. Kind of like how Halloween is this year. The whole holiday's been changed because of the virus. I'm sure there will be a few less trick-or-treaters. I don't think it's going to be a huge number less, but there will be less. And it's going to be very different operating a haunt with face masks and only a limited amount of people in at a time. It's going to be very different. But it came just the same. Just as the Grinch says. It's still Halloween. It's still the greatest night of the year. And I'm so excited that it is finally here. I'm a rhymer now. That Dr. Seuss reference got me into rhyming. It's Halloween, ladies and gentlemen. Let's make the most of tonight. Or tomorrow night for me. Happy Halloween. It is here. I hope you all enjoyed the haunt builds. Stay tuned for the actual haunt walkthrough. Very, very soon. And stay tuned to my Instagram tomorrow for videos on my story of the haunt as it is happening. I'm so excited. I hope you're all excited. We are here. I hope you all enjoyed. Keep howling at the moon, my werewolves.
Happy Halloween, friends! See you at the lab tonight!